Hi guys, how are you all today evening? Good evening. Today we will start an analysis of various verses of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita right from the beginning. Chapter 1 verse 1 धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेता युयुत्सवा मामक्का पांडवाश्चैव किम कुर्वत संजय. This is the first verse of the first chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This verse has been recited by none other than the king of Hastinapur, Dhritarashtra, and the person who is addressed this verse to is none other than his chariot driver Sanjaya. Looks very simple, right? But actually it is not. Dhritarashtra, the king of Hastinapur, displayed nothing else but ignorance because he was blind by birth. His wife Gandhari could have cured him, but she tied both her eyes together so that she herself can remain blindfolded as long as Dhritarashtra lived. This shows the height of ignorance the couple lived in during their tenure. Now, Dhritarashtra had 100 sons and Gandhari had one very cunning and conniving brother. This ignorant Dhritarashtra was not only ignorant, but he was also greedy, selfish, and a person who wanted all for himself and his children. This man bore no goodwill for anyone except himself and his children. Not only was his sister-in-law or brother-in-law or wife spared, but he did not spare even his own younger brother, who was now dead. His name was Pandu. Now, Dhritarashtra was ignorant, greedy, selfish, and conniving. He was supported by a blindfolded Gandhari as his wife, a very cunning Shakuni as his brother-in-law, and a very egoistic elder son and a cruel second son, plus other sons who were forced to support this egoistic and ambitious Duryodhana. On the other hand, Sanjaya, the chariot driver, was so nice and spiritually inclined person that he was bestowed with divine vision by none other than Veda Vyasa, so that he could see everything that was going on in the battlefield. Just like he could see everything that was going on in the battlefield, he could also see Lord Krishna in the battlefield. Now, this ignorant and stupid Dhritarashtra asks his spiritually inclined chariot driver, Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsava mamaka kandavaschaiva kima kurvat sanjaya. That means that Kurukshetra, the field in Hastinapur area, which was to be the battleground, was called Dharma Kshetra because Lord Krishna was present there. Dhritarashtra addresses Kurukshetra as Dharma Kshetra and asks Sanjaya, what is conspiring between my own sons the Kauravas and my younger dead son Pandu's younger dead brother Pandu's 5 sons. This shows the height of his selfishness. This man was not bothered about the welfare of his own younger brother's children, but he wanted to know whether his own sons were victorious in the Kurukshetra war. Something that must have filled Sanjaya with extraordinary disgust and enmity towards Dhritarashtra. He must have felt a sense of distaste in his mouth and thought, what sort of a person this king is who has no conscience whatsoever. We shall discuss about this shloka in detail in my next video. Till that time, kindly let me know what you think of my talk about this particular verse. If you sincerely believe that what I am talking makes sense, kindly subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep informing you about my other videos. Please pardon me for my errors, mistakes and blunders in my appearance, diction, spelling, grammar, etc. because when I am talking to you about very important spiritual and material matters, I tend to ignore these frivolous things. Till we meet next time in my next video, it is good night from TSV Raghavan.